Dun 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 dun.
If we were better at this, we'd have some kind of graphical effect that would like count up to 40 and then make a big some kind of particle effect or something.
I can imagine the particle effects in my mind. Happy 40th, Dr. Barth.
Yeah, welcome to Rubber Duck Engineering, episode 40.
How is that possible? But
I read somewhere that 40 is the crossover point for podcasts. If you make it to episode 40, then your podcast is like going to go on for a while.
Okay. It's not all downhill from here?
No, it's all uphill from here or something.
Whatever the analogy.
The hill goes some direction from here.
So we were discussing in the green room that, or whatever, the pre-show, that in celebration of our 40th, we're going to take a break from our current project. And we're going to play with a toy, or a tool, rather.
A tool.
That I believe, have received a comment on our video, every single video that we published, not maybe every single, which is to play with the Godot Engine.
The audience demands, the fans demand it. We will try the Godot Engine.
We will try the Godot Engine. We have no idea what we're doing. I have downloaded it, unzipped it, and put it on my desktop.
Let's do it. I'm so into this. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't fully set up things, but we'll do it live here.
Okay, I'll give my impression of the Godot Engine. So my impression is that this is a tool somewhat similar to Unity in the sense that it's both a 2D and 3D environment where you can build an interactive program mostly targeted at games. From briefly looking at the website, they seem very focused on like beauty and talk a lot about how they have a very sophisticated renderer that does fancy deferred rendering and BRDFs and all kinds of beautiful rendering. I don't know how that's going to work with our art skills, but we'll see what level of beauty we're able to achieve with this tool.
Okay. I still didn't fully set up my machine, but I set it up enough for us to be dangerous here. I can't see you, but I can see my screen.
All right. I look the same as I always look.
Dun dun dun! Here we are. Welcome to Godot.
Please confirm you don't have any project. It's bad. We got to do a project here.
I did save you the one step where I had to choose between the standard edition and the mono edition. I have no idea what that meant.
Which did you pick?
I chose the standard edition.
All right. Seems like a good call.
So I think we can skip past the open asset library and pretend that we have some idea what we're doing.
Okay.
And we will make a new project. And we talked about building something that could get pushed up over a hill, because that's an amazing.
It's for the 40th episode.
For the 40th episode. Select current folder. Over the hill. There we go. Please choose an empty folder. What? Create folder. Okay, there we go. And then do you care?
3 is better than 2, right?
Well, it may not work on the web, though, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Whoa. It's kind of like Unity.
Ooh. It's kind of a lot like Unity. Look, it's got the inspector over there.
Yeah, this thing. Whoa. I think that's what I meant. Z is probably forward.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Perspective, yeah.
There's the assets down there, just like we had before. Makes sense.
Okay, this may have been a terrible idea because I have no idea.
That's the fun of it. We have no idea. It's telling us we should create a root node. I think maybe a 3D scene.
Sure. Oh, okay. What's spatial?
I don't know. Can we add things to our scene?
Presumably this does something. Okay. Node.
Is there a hill? That would be too much to ask.
I see a world environment.
Oh.
No, that's entire scene.
Tween. Control. Maybe we should search for. Should we search for like a terrain or like a mesh or something? Or I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to make the hill. Right. That's what I'm.
We never got to like understand meshes in Unity anyways. Okay, so everything was under spatial is what I'm learning.
I see.
So if I do this,
oh, maybe they have like the Flutter thing where everything is a node instead of everything is a widget. And so like spatial nodes are things that occupy space, maybe?
Sure. Bone attachment, collision polygon, collision shape. Vehicle wheel.
Okay, that sounds useful. We can have the vehicle wheel roll over the hill.
Collision object, area. General purpose area node for detection of 3D physics influence.
What is a physics body? Rigid body. Maybe we should like go simpler and look for a sphere.
Or just like a plane.
Yeah. I get the sense we're supposed to use the search box. Like I can't imagine people digging through this hierarchy.
Well, or maybe like look at a tutorial or something. Mesh.
What is a CSG mesh?
Visual instance, parent of all visual 3D nodes. Geometry based. Sure. Show me what geometry.
Oh, wait. Mesh instance 2D. What about that? That seems.
Well, that.
Oh, that's a canvas item. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about this visual. Oh, hello. Whoops, wrong button. I'm excited about this. This spatial visual. Where's the visual?
Visual. Oh, it was right there. It was right.
Oh, I see. Why are these not sorted? What are they sorted by?
Awesomeness.
Clearly.
Geometry instance.
Yeah, so that's where CPU particle, intermediate mesh instance. There we go. Multi-mesh instance.
Soft
body.
All right, let's try a soft body.
Sure.
Can we only instantiate leaves, or could we instantiate like mesh instance? It's not grayed out, so I wonder if we could create it.
Node that instance meshes into a scenario. We'd have to like create the mesh. I think, again, like we never really got to mesh level in Unity. We don't even know what language we're writing in yet. So
I'm really tempted to click the create button on this mesh instance and see what happens.
Okay, let's do it. Look at that.
Okay. All right.
It is not drawn.
It's mesh is empty. If you go over, look in your inspector. A plain mesh.
Whoa.
Whoa. Ooh.
Okay. Plain mesh, you said?
Yeah. Skin.
Okay.
What kind of skins can we have? Okay, maybe that's something more complicated, like a texture or something.
Oh. Okay. So how do we like say we wanted to add a, there must be like a quick add, like cube. Really?
I feel like the mesh instance had a bunch of shapes. Like it looked like maybe we're supposed to get the cubes from there.
Like here.
Oh, okay. What is a box? What does the CSG here mean?
I have no idea what CSG. Okay.
Do you want to research things, or do you want to just poke around the UI?
I suspect we'll do a lot better if we research a little bit. I can't like select these CSG things.
Oh, they're abstract, maybe. CSG.
I don't know what CSG means.
Okay. I found the documentation. This node allows you to create a box for use with the CSG system. That's cool. What's the CSG system? That makes a certain amount of sense. Maybe I'll go all the way to CSG primitive, which is the root of this hierarchy. Parent class for various CSG primitives contains the code and functionality that's common between them. That makes sense. Cannot be used directly. Okay. So what is Godot CSG?
I'm just gonna make one. See what it does. Oh, I got a box.
Okay. Oh, CSG stands for Constructive Solid Geometry. It is a tool to combine basic shapes or custom meshes. So you should be able to according to this webpage, they're taking this cube and they're like messing with its side to like totally change its shape.
Messing with its side?
Oh yeah. See if there's some. So I think the CSG thing is going to be interesting. So how do they do this?
I'm just playing with the different controls here.
I can send you a link to this website if you want to pull it up on your screen so people can see.
CSG node. I don't know how to get a link from you.
That first one, yeah. That's what I was looking at.
Okay. Whoa!
Whoa, I know. Is that so cool? How do we do that?
Is this how we make a cube? Or what?
Well, I think we had a CSG mesh. Then we could deform it into a hill. Oh, maybe HAL 9000 has left a chat comment if you want to display it.
Okay.
Whoa, it's like Inception. The video.
It is Inception. See, I don't have my setup fully.
Okay, I'll just read it. He's complimenting us, telling us that everything that we make is beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
Sorry, I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know if it's a he or she. But then they're saying that's a beautiful looking square. Okay, we totally need to figure out how to make our square do what this is doing. I'm so excited by this.
Well, I'm interested in like adding a thing to our scene and then controlling it somehow, because that was like a thing we did, like adding a script to it.
Okay.
Like how do we
maybe try to like affected by gravity or something like
attach script? Anyone know what GD script is?
Maybe it's a Godot script.
Sure. Whoa. Where am I now?
You're in CodeTown. They're taking you to CodeTown.
CodeTown. Ready?
Uh-huh.
What is this?
I think this is like
Python?
I think this is some programming language that they made up called Godot Script.
Because why not?
As one does. But I think this is like being inside of a mono behavior in Unity.
Godot Script basics. Okay, we got var.
You know. It's a little like Python.
What are we doing? Okay. What are we doing comment is the like, wow, we are init.
Is there underbar main underbar or underbar file name or whatever?
All right, I want to init. Can we init?
Yeah.
Whoa, save scene as. Oh, hello. What is this res ::? Spatial. Sure. I saved you. I don't know what I was saving it as.
Okay. Did you attach this to something?
Theoretic. What? How do I? Oh, I see. It's a tab. Okay. What's this empty thing? Did I close my scene?
Okay.
Oh,
I see.
All right. What happens if I go into game mode? I presume there's a game mode.
There's a play button in the upper right corner.
Maybe hit me with your best play button. No main scene has ever been defined. Select one. Yes.
Oh, this is nice. We had the same problem in Unity where we didn't know how to select our scenes.
I never understand why this is that Windows 10 seems to default to public instead of private.
Oh.
None of this makes any sense. See, it's like not recommended because it's like, what? Are your defaults backwards?
We've defaulted you to this scenario, but we don't recommend it.
It's like, did I get hacked? Like, why are my Windows defaults? Okay, what are you doing? Are you hot reloading into your gray box here? Are we not lit? Did we not light our scene?
Oh, look! In the output, it says constructed. It totally ran your script.
It did. It did. We're just the gray box of destiny.
That's cool. Maybe we need a light. Should we add a light? I bet we don't have a light.
Okay, I support lighting. Light.
Let there be light. Omni-light. Spotlight.
Spotlight?
Spotlight.
Well, then we have to point it somewhere, but yes. Whoa, hello.
Whoa, I think we should move it up and point it down. Right now, I think it's right in the middle, pointing something.
Okay. Let's do this.
No, it's still pointing to the side. Maybe there's no camera. We probably need a camera too.
Oh, yeah. Who believes in cameras? Well, it's a little surprising it didn't give you these things.
I mean, you didn't ask for a sample scene. You asked for an empty scene, so it gave you nothing.
Oh, did I?
I don't know.
Oh,
like
I see. Maybe it's very heavily dependent on like the sample. Where are we pointed? We're pointed to the.
I think you're pointing in the red direction.
Oh no, we're pointing to the pink.
Okay. I love the like circles to rotate the thing. This feels way more like understandable than what was going on in Unity, which I never could understand.
It reminds me a little bit.
Hey, look at that.
We have made
a cube.
I'm actually pretty impressed.
This is cool.
Okay. But now how do we... So we got constructed. So how do we process input?
You want to process input?
Yeah, inputs. Like...
Okay. Input events. Input examples. We'll start there.
Input.
Okay. Let's try the move right thing. I'm in for that.
Hmm?
Is that second example that they have on input?
Physics process.
Yeah, so physics process I learned on a different page. You can extend kinematic body 2D if you want to get some physics stuff.
If our position is not declared.
Right, so instead of extending CSG box, try extending kinematic body 2D. If you want to search for a tutorial about this, search for kinematic. Let's see, what did I search for? I searched for Godot.
Body, right?
I searched for Godot gravity.
If our position isn't so it doesn't tell me what I have to inherit from.
These are 2D. I wonder how you do 3D. Collision shapes.
Extends node, maybe? No, node is the base.
Yeah, I think node is like the widget of Godot.
Everything's a widget.
Introduction, collision objects, collision shapes. A physics body can hold any number of shape 2D objects as children. Right, but I feel like I'm in 2D world here, and I want to be in 3D world.
I just don't understand where this... Okay, I do like the GD script in terms of verbosity here.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we should try the first one, the input event. If the action presses jump, then jump.
Well, but we like jump is undefined.
This is something we learned when we were doing the Flutter documentation, is that it's really important for the code samples to be copy and pastable. Mm-hmm. So this code sample is somehow incomplete because jump doesn't do anything. But
yeah, no, jump is not declared.
But can we do position?
It's not declared. So position must be like the wrong way to think about it. Well, what were we? We were a DCD
CSG box.
Might be all that we are, in fact. So like,
I see. Well, maybe we should just print out something when we get the jump input to start, and then we can figure out how to make it reflect.
I see. Print move right. No semicolons.
Less punctuation. This is Python. I mean GD script.
Okay. Let's play. Okay, I'm not getting it from
You're trying to arrow.
Mashing the keyboards, I'm not getting anything.
Do you try like ASDF and all that good stuff?
It did. But it did say something about...
Do we just set up some kind of interpretation? Like how do we...
Well, let's do this.
Oh, okay.
This looks promising. Oh, that's process physics. What am I doing?
I'm thinking about the run button again from the main editor. Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. That's cool. Right.
That's right. That's left.
I bet process physics were just not hooked into the physics system somehow.
I totally believe that.
Do you want to try to move the box when you get those inputs?
Sure. It's also possible like the name is different. Like we could do print physics. Yeah. So we are getting physics.
Oh, that's cool. So how do we adjust the location of our box? So in Unity, we just had our transform. I'm not sure how to discover like what things we have in this.
What is it trying to do? What's this? Is action pressed?
Well, notice how in input you're passing an event, but in physics process or whatever, you're like reaching out to some static input thing out in the ether and asking it about its input.
No idea what UI write means. I also don't know if... Huh. Okay, that's working. So it just was, in some, here again, just documentation that had gone stale because it could never compile, so they can't test it. So I believe we have working in physics process.
Okay, now we just need to figure out how to adjust our box's location. So what is the class hierarchy of our thing? So we have a CSG box, which is a spatial. Maybe spatial is a thing that has, okay, properties. Okay, spatial has a transform. So I think we should have a transform that we might be able to edit.
Here too.
It also has a translation. Yeah, so try manipulating your translation. Oh, transform, that looks good. Can we translate this?
These look like functions. I can't tell. That's a property, I guess.
So translate, I bet this is like a pure function that returns you a new transform. So I bet you have to like say your transform equals transform dot translated by this vector. That's what I would assume based on the...
Oh, I see. Let's translate vector 3.
Translates the transform by the given offset relative to the...
I don't know how to make a vector 3.
Yeah, I can't tell whether this is going to be a side effect of the... it's going to mutate the underlying transform, or it's going to return a new transform.
I have no idea if that's correct, but... Whoa!
What just happened?
Success is what happened. So remember, everything is like size 1. So like 0.01 is probably like...
Oh, you found a translate method as opposed to manipulating the transform directly. Oh, I see. So, okay, you're calling a method on this spatial class. Did it work? So did you move yourself to the right and left? Oh, sweet. Whoa.
So we can move right, and we have this weird, like, low-res distortion going on.
Uh-huh.
But maybe that's... Who knows what that's causing that.
Okay.
All right, so we know how to move a thing.
Yeah. We need to make a hill. I think we want a CSG plane, and then we want to try to learn how to deform it into a hill.
which is like a mesh.
I would go back to your like object creator thing and see what cool CSG things you can make.
What's a grid map? Okay. I'll just like, let's see, spatial materials. Shaded, unshaded.
You still got your squeaky mouse.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't fixed my mouse. I gotta have something, I had at the start of the series, I had my repeating R key. And now I have my squeaky mouse. What else would I be without my failing equipment? I'm sorry, you had me on a quest and I got distracted by shiny.
Well, I was just gonna go explore the like creation search tree confabulation widget.
Sure.
And see if there was like a CSG mesh that we could make. I think you should get rid of that old and busted mesh instance.
This thing?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's busted. Like we can just pick a different one.
Well, I was just so attracted by that picture we saw on the website where they were squishing the box. Then I want to try to like take the plane and like squish it up into a hill.
Like, what is a plane mesh? Like, how many divisions does it have in the mesh?
Mm-mm.
Like, what is the mesh in this?
I don't know.
What does this button do? Oh, that resets it.
What is a new array mesh?
I have no idea what these. What's the 1 and the 2 here? I don't even know where I am now.
I think you somehow dug deeper into the inspector.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm happy to like delete this thing and delete nodes. What? Was I like supposed to use a different button or something? Oh, there we go. Add child node. Okay. So, mesh. You want the sucker.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with the plain mesh. Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do with it?
I want to embiggen it. Can we make it bigger? Okay. Now I want to deform it.
Well, I mean, if I see, look, it's got 2 triangles. If I'm reading this right.
What makes you think that?
Because I see this little. I mean, I have no idea what I'm seeing, but it's this little diagonal line. I don't know how you can see it on stream. But whatever.
So let's learn how to deform a CSG. Deform Godot CSG. Okay. All right. Do this. Tools. Union intersection. Oh.
You'd like have to union it with a sphere or something?
Yeah. So we could do that. We could put a sphere in the middle.
Whoa, I see the camera is a sub-child. That's not what I want.
Oh, the camera is a child of the light.
Move up. Your parent.
Okay.
It was slightly awkward, but sure. Whoa, what happened here? Stop pointing to the sky.
Okay, so we can make the opposite of a hill. We can make a valley.
Sure. I mean, a valley and a hill are just ones, rotated 180 degrees, right?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea, like the spotlight. We never really got into this in Unity. There's some sort of, like the camera has like an environment or something, that basically says what happens at the culling distance or whatever that's called.
Oh yeah.
Because you can tell that when you play this thing, which I've probably screwed it all up by moving all these things around, but whoa. Oh, I see. I was already in play mode. Whoa, crazy. So what happens if I come out here and I edit our camera? Does it move it?
You're asking, is it hot reloading?
It doesn't appear to be hot reloading.
Try translating the camera like way far away, like in the red direction.
In the red direction? Well, I was trying to make it point at the...
We're trying to make an obvious change that we could then recognize. Yeah, it's totally live updating.
Crazy. Okay. Cool. I don't know why it's all skewed like that, but whatever. It's fine. I probably would need to like look at the transform here. And yeah, one of these is probably busted. That's better.
It's interesting that they use the backwards circling arrow to mean reset, because I always think of that as like refresh or reload.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So what's next? We also need some materials on these things. But you said you had a plan to transform.
I have a plan. I want to make a sphere and put it halfway underneath the mesh.
Oh, I see. This says it's scripted.
Because then that could be our hill.
Sphere. Oh, beneath our mesh?
Well, I was imagining, what if it was like the halfway beneath the mesh and halfway above? That would be a sort of hill, right?
So are we transforming it?
What if we leave it where it was with the halfway below the ground?
Oh, I see.
But just like scale it up a lot in the
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
blue and red directions.
Well, they do even color code. That's kind of nice. So
I could totally turn around.
red. You mean you sort of want all directions, don't you?
Well, I don't want it to be like I want it to be like a sort of flat rolling hill, like a.
All right, so I will attempt. So you want like 3 there. Like that?
That's a very small hill. It's when we go over the hill. Is that what we want?
Okay. I hear you. Is that a better hill for you? It's a very low hill.
It's a very low hill.
So you're gonna let me scale it up in this direction too. Does this one have me? I can like drag off screen.
Oh, that was Unity. Let us do that. Whoa, that's a big hill.
And so here again, we have to like get the mesh to subdivide.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm thinking in Blender, all of like the 12 seconds that I spent in Blender.
Okay, I think we should make the ground mesh bigger because it's now too easy to see the bottom side of the hill that's underground.
Okay. This thing is our mesh.
Huh?
Okay, I've hidden the bottom side of the hill.
All right, we're most of the way there. So I think we may need a little bit more control over the box to get it to go over the hill.
Okay. All right, we also need to bring our box
down off the top of the hill.
Yeah, because it's got to go over. We can't start on. That's like cheating.
That'd be like starting on episode 40 instead of starting on episode 1.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
All right, so you think our box needs more control?
Yeah, like left, right, up, and down, maybe.
Maybe we should read a little bit more tutorial to see if like this is really what we're supposed to do.
In our moment of triumph, read tutorials.
This cannot. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to like build up a vector tree here?
I think it's var. This is totally a var language. Oh, vector 3.0.
I have no idea. Vector 2.0. Yeah, it's not. Okay, what do you got for me?
Maybe this, yeah. One.
I see.
0. Oh,
It needs to be stronger caps.
stronger caps. The camels must be very strong.
Very strong camels here in GD script or G whatever. Yeah, it's GD script, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so this one we want to do direction x minus
Minus or plus?
I don't remember. I think it's plus. Var speed is equal 0.01 plus equals speed. Sorry, too much dark.
No, I'm just amused by like typing the semicolon and then deleting it. It's like
Attempting is what?
I just use you write the line of code, type the semicolon, and then go back and delete it. It's just like it's perfect. Perfect efficiency for this syntax.
Okay. Okay, we need to be able to like go forward and back, right?
Yeah, and up and down.
If I see. We're not adding gravity in the last 12 minutes or 22 minutes or 22 minutes.
I found a bunch of 2D physics. I did not find any 3D physics. It probably exists, but
Okay, I feel you. I feel you that we could totally do this with our submarine box over our underwater hill.
wait, I have a very important question. Are those tabs?
Those appear to be tabs, and it's hurting my soul. But
What? What?
I'm letting it slide. Y up direction y plus equals speed. I have to concentrate for my semicolon typing and deleting.
I just want to. Can I point out something else? So they very helpfully pass us this delta parameter, which I think is. I think that's analogous to the time delta.
Oh, I see. Yeah, makes sense. I have to concentrate carefully on my copy pasta here.
You know, the other interesting difference between this and Unity is you're editing it inside of the IDE, whereas Unity like kicked us out to Visual Studio Code to do the editing.
We used to do this, and then they decided that other IDEs did better. Well, actually, I say that, but I think they used to have their own IDE. It just was also always separate.
I see. It's nice to be all in one window, like instead of switching context between the two. I found that a little confusing about Unity.
I think I was more an IDE person. It might hurt me because, like, I think some people really get into their IDEs. I never have. I've switched editors too many times. All right.
Up, down,
Okay,
left,
this is
right.
not right. It should be direction.
Okay, so I think this is going to work if we start out displaced from the hill in the x direction. If we ever need to move in the z direction, we're sunk. But that's okay. We're going to set the initial conditions to be what we need them to be.
Okay, so I'm not detecting hot reloading here.
It may not be able to hot reload the
Oh.
code. It may only be able to hot.
Error. No error. What? Is this an error?
Oh, they told you to put an underscore in front of it if you didn't want it.
They did? No. Fine.
More underscores. Less semicolons, more underscores.
It's a warning now. Maybe it always was. I'm not sure I understand. Debugger.
Oh, are you stuck in? Are you in the debugger?
Oh. What are we doing?
You're trying to go over the hill.
But I think we're going up. How do I go forward?
Left and right. Yeah, we got to move where we are relative to the hill. We're displaced from the hill in the Z direction, which is no good.
Okay, so let's do that.
But if we keep our current camera, we'll be able to see that ourselves go all the way over the hill.
Yep, we just have to move this thing. Okay, dramatic music.
That's all I got for dramatic music.
Well, you're gonna need a little more. That, or I need to up the speed. Oh, look at us go diagonally. Look at that hill climb.
Oh yeah, here it is, episode 40 of Box and Hill.
Ta-da! We're over the hill.
We got over the hill. You going for the smooth landing on the other side?
I mean, I figure why not? I'm already committed at this point. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Oh! Don't go underwater. Don't
there
sink.
You go. Ta-da! We went over the hill. Episode 40, Rubber Duck Engineering.
I don't know. This Godot tool seems pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think if we go back to 3D, it could be fun to play with Godot instead. I feel like I smashed my brain against Unity enough. I learned a lot, but I don't feel like I got very far.
Yeah, Unity has this feel of this program that's become very successful, and so you can see the sort of onion layers it's built out of. This tool feels a little bit more polished, and so I wonder if it's maybe earlier in its life cycle, or the developers are more willing to make breaking changes. Because remember, we kept finding all this stuff in Unity that was like vestigial and didn't really make any sense anymore.
Oh, totally. Or bolted on the side, or yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, the number of yeah. I don't know though. It's not. I don't know anything about Godot. I agree with you. My guess is it's earlier in its life cycle. Yeah, but who knows?
I kind of wonder why this view that we're looking at here isn't integrated into the IDE. Like, because it feels like you want to mess with
the play view.
Yeah. Maybe that's possible. We just undocked it or something.
Very possibly. I don't know. Like, what is this view? Gizmos. Yeah, I mean, in Unity they have this like play view. What is this? Play scene?
What does that do?
Play the project.
Oh, maybe play scene would have let us do this particular. Or it said, "Oh, select your default scene." This may just jump you directly to the scene.
I see.
Oh, you can
I don't understand why they have the selector. This makes no sense.
Well, it's interesting because when we created the project, it made us choose. I assumed that we were locking it in, but that makes me think that we can just change it whenever we want.
But does this mean that like what do they do about metal? Like, why are they exposing to the GL layer?
Yeah, that seems like a really low-level implementation detail to like expose as the top right drop down in your UI.
Also, the first choice you have to make when you start with the thing. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it affects lots of other things. Maybe you toggle that button, all of the options everywhere change. Can we export? Can we like turn this into a web page? or an application.
Well, we'd have to go back to this one, I think. But
restarting the editor. Okay. Oh, I see. Maybe the editor itself needs to use the same
maybe.
Graphics mode.
I could imagine.
Yeah, like where's the ship button?
Export.
Export?
I will say I'm impressed at how far we got.
HTML5. Okay. Runnable. It seems mad. Maybe it is. Select a mirror, but there's only one to select.
I don't know.
441 megabytes. That's the like machinery needed to make a web page.
I think these are the official templates. This is like all the templates.
Oh, all the templates.
I mean, it makes some sense that you would not necessarily include those artifacts in the initial download.
Well, if you're optimizing for the first run, and like I felt like we learned a lot and experienced the tool without these 400
totally.
megabytes.
Yeah. I mean, we've definitely talked about this with Flutter. Is like, how can you make the initial experience beyond, the dartpad experience? How can you make the initial experience smaller and lighter? I don't know that we need to watch grass grow here, but theoretically, if there's ever downloads, we could export to the web.
This is like a step we never got to with the Unity projects, is actually making them into some form that someone else could use them in.
It's true. I do feel like I tried once with the web. I remember the experience of when I built with Unity. It was a really long affair. Like I would press the build button, and I would have to like walk away for a while. It was much more designed around the like iteration experience.
That makes sense. I mean, you iterate a lot, and you probably only make a production build once a day or something, or whatever your cadence is.
Maybe this is actually the analogy for us going over the hill. Do we actually need to watch this? Does this need to lock up our entire...
Oh, like the editor isn't interactive anymore?
Yeah, it's like, no, you don't get to do anything with Godot except go get coffee. I mean, it makes some sense. It's like, this is not a...
I can also imagine if you have many people on your team, most of them may not be on your like release, like the person who knows how to make the release.
True. Yeah, you just pass around your whatever these are, these TSCN files, or these res folders, or whatever they are.
So Godot is open source. Is that true? So they have like
that was my vibe from the here. We could do that.
I'd be curious to like look at what their community looks like if they're on GitHub or somewhere.
See Godot Engine. .org. The game engine you waited for. Become a patron.
Team friendly.
I realized I never made my screen smaller today. I really never did full setup.
That's okay. There's a link to community down at the bottom. I wonder if that's the community of people using it, or the people...
Get involved. Code.
Oh, sweet.
Contributing code. MIT license, free and open source.
Godot source code.
GitHub. 33,000 commits.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
38K stars. Yeah.
I'm always interested in these things because like all these different open source projects work in different ways, and they have different ways that you contribute to them. I find it fascinating.
Huh. That's fascinating.
February 2014. Okay. Yeah, but I imagine it takes quite a while. I mean, there's clearly a lot going on in this tool. I'm not surprised that it's taken 6+ years to get there.
I wonder what other sort of open source game engines there are, if any. If Godot is just like the thing. Wow. lot of contributors.
Oh, over 1,000 contributors. Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
This is a serious project.
They've had 28 releases. Interesting.
Like, what are they building their UI in? Oh, install. What? I think that's done. So now we could try building again. Like, I wonder what this is. This like built-in Godot itself? Like, what are they using for a UI toolkit? Because it's not the like default Windows one, clearly. HTML5. I don't know what this is. Export project. Sure.
Well, what should make a directory to put it in, just so we don't...
Create folder. Build.
Okay.
Save.
That was quick. This sounds like the opposite of what you described with Unity.
It is, in fact, the opposite of what I described in Unity, yes. Okay, I need a terminal of great justice. PowerShell. Okay, and now I want, do I put it in documents? No, I put it in documents, GitHub over the hill. Okay. Okay.
What happens if you just like open that file in Chrome? Oh, look, there's a giant WASM thing. It must not have compiled that WASM thing. That must be like a something common that reads your pack file as input or something.
Oh, very possible.
Because there's no way it compiled that big a WASM file in
that fast. Yeah.
That fast.
I don't know how to open this in Chrome easily.
That should work. Oh, it may not, from like a file URL, it may be like Sandbox or something and not be able to access other files.
I don't have like a easy web server to do.
Do you have Python?
Sure, I think so.
Yeah, Python-m simple HTTP server with like more caps, like Python-y caps. No, there must be that. It's something like that. Oh, okay. In Python 3, they changed it. So it's -m http.server. Yeah, like that.
Am I in Python 3? I don't even know.
Do the thing that's not recommended.
Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Like maybe I'm, who knows, whatever. Port 800. What did it do? Download it?
Downloaded it?
No.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
that's so cool. Do your like arrow keys work? Oh wow. Okay.
I'm impressed.
That was really slick.
Yeah, random YouTube commenter, you done good. Clearly should do more Godot Engine next time we do 3D. Like we did this from nothing in an hour.
Uh-huh. All the way to like I feel like you just put up on your website and this is a thing people could totally use. to go over the hill. You might need some explanatory text to explain like why you're seeing this thing. But neat. Victory!
Success! Well, this was great. I have to figure out stop sharing. Did I successfully unshare?
You did. You can see me again. I'm still here.
My light turned off. I didn't even realize it. Oh,
Well, Eric,
yes.
this was fun. I think maybe next week we'll go back to the Pangram and
Yeah. I didn't actually work on the Pangram this week. I don't know. I got distracted, and we'll see if I do this weekend. Oh, that's what I started to do. I did fix the lookup of the next board, so that all works. But then what I was trying to do was get the URL to round trip through the URL bar, and I was figuring out how to do that in Flutter, and found a tutorial that was longer than I had my attention span at the time, and moved on to whatever next was in my life. So
okay, well, that sounds like good material to work on for next week.
Yeah. Anyways, wonderful to see you as always. I hope you have a wonderful week. Do you have any update for our adoring fans about your pizza? Was it delicious this week?
It was pretty good this week. So we have been making 3 pizzas, but now we tone it down to 2 pizzas.
Okay.
And that worked a little bit better. I did mess up the second pizza when I was trying to move it in the oven. I instead of going under it with the pizza peel, I went straight on with the pizza peel. I knocked all the cheese to one side. I had to pick it up and try to like jiggle the cheese to go back, but I mostly got it. It was okay.
I made a radical departure I evolved further my sourdough making enterprise that I picked up as part of the pandemic, and I moved on to the wheat recipe this week.
Do you have to treat that differently when you like develop the starter or anything?
I'm reading this book on bread baking, and yes, I don't know. I could wax philosophical about this, but I don't know anything. So
what? We don't know anything.
We cue the banner that we
need to make t-shirts.
Yes.
Rubber duck engineering. We have no idea what we're doing.
Anyways, you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.